Mr. Ron Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to ask for an affirmative vote on House Bill 1707 to name the new bridge over I-83 at the Loganville interchange the Chief Rodney P. Miller Memorial Bridge. Chief Rodney lost his life while responding to an accident on I-83, a short distance south of this bridge. The York Daily Record newspaper, in an editorial mourning the loss of a hero, wrote, "They are on call at all hours. They get pulled out of their warm, safe beds in the middle of the night to respond to fires, crashes, floods, and other emergencies. They venture out in all kinds of weather, blizzards, torrential downpours, unbearable heat. They save lives. In many cases, the lives of people who are not exactly innocent victims, whose foolishness puts their own and others' lives in danger. They are quite simply heroes, typically unassuming regular folks, many of whom are not paid a cent for their sacrifices. Friends, neighbors, co-workers, firefighters. And when one of these hometown heroes dies in the line of duty, it is devastating, made doubly so when the lost hero is someone as beloved and dedicated as Loganville Fire Chief Rodney Paul Miller. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to share a brief story about the dedication of Chief Rodney. A few years ago, there was a fire incident of extended duration at the company where I worked for 25 years prior to serving in the House. The hours spent on scene by the chief turned into days. At some point, Chief Rodney was asked how long he had been there, and his response was that he didn't know, and then he asked, "What day is this?" Mr. Speaker, this bridge naming is appropriate to honor the service of Chief Miller to the community he loved, and to remind our community of the value of service, inspire others to also volunteer. I ask my colleagues to join me in voting to honor Chief Rodney P. Miller by naming this bridge in his honor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.